Hey everyone, welcome to the Wargaming Parrot. I'm David, I'm joined by Olive, and today we're going to be talking about what makes a good parrot owner. There's lots of videos, Olive's getting very excited while I talk, so please excuse her. There's lots of videos about what makes bad parrot owners, why people shouldn't have a parrot, but I thought I'd flip it on its head and say, what makes a good parrot owner? Why should you get a parrot? What makes you suitable to have a parrot? So the first thing that makes someone suitable to have a parrot is they like birds. It's kind of an obvious one, but if you don't like birds, then you're obviously not going to want to get a parrot. If you like birds, you're into them in general, you find them interesting, you just love things with feathers and a fly, then a parrot could be the right pet for you. The second aspect I'd like to cover that makes someone suitable to be a good parrot owner is a willingness to learn and improve. There's lots of people who out there in general in the world who think that they know it all, or there's no need to learn anything, they know everything, there's no need to improve. If you want to be a great parrot owner, you need to be constantly learning, constantly improving. If you make mistakes, that's normal. We all make mistakes. I've made mistakes with my birds, we all do. But it's that willingness to research, to learn and improve and always try to do better for them that makes a person a good parrot owner. When you get a parrot, you need to be committed. So if you're someone who isn't afraid of commitment and you're willing to make a commitment, then a parrot could be a good bird for you. Because parrots live a very long time, and I think that's one of the greatest things about them, that they're going to be around for a long, long time, and you'll have them as your companion for ages. So that is great, but because of that it requires commitment, and also it requires commitment because they do have a lot of aspects of care and they need a lot of looking after. So if you're someone who is prepared to commit to having a parrot, then they could be the right pet for you. Something that a lot of people lack in the modern day is something called patience, and I know I'm quite an impatient person, luckily not with our parrots but in general. So to be a good parrot owner and a personality type that is suitable to be a good parrot owner is someone who's very patient. These guys need a lot of patience. They're going to nip you, they're going to do naughty things, they're basically like winged children. So if you're a very patient person, that puts you in a good position to keep a parrot. So just as an example of this, we've had Olive for a fair while now, and when she's a rescue obviously, when we first got her she didn't want to step up, she would bite through the skin, she wouldn't want to sit on her hand. Look at her now, you know. This is through patience and effort. It's not just through like magically knowing everything, it's through taking time, going at her pace, using positive reinforcement and being patient that we got her to this point now where she can sit on my hand, take treats and not destroy my fingers. Another person who would be very suitable to have a parrot is someone who has a stable lifestyle. Now this is probably maybe irritate a few people, so I do apologise, but a person who's suitable to have a parrot is someone who has a stable lifestyle and they're not whimsical. So this means they're not going to be going travelling at a drop of a hat, they're not going to be getting overexcited and just changing their lifestyle constantly, because parrots thrive on routine and consistency, and even then, even if you are moving lots, they need you to be around lots. They can't just have you travelling off and going anywhere all the time due to work or whatever. So you need to have a stable lifestyle, and the more stable the better, because ultimately, as I said, they're like little feathered children and they're going to have to come first, and you're going to have that commitment aspect as well. Related to my last point, is someone who's suitable to have a parrot has a lot of time to devote to those parrots, because parrots need lots of time, love and affection. So obviously, you know, if you've got a job and you've got school, that's not necessarily a problem. But when you are around those parrots, you need to be devoting your time to them. You can't just leave them in the cage and let them get on with it. You need to be training them, you need to be interacting with them, to be being social with them. Because if you want all those cute behaviours you see in our Instagrams and my videos, that takes time, it takes effort and patience. And you're going to want to play with Olive is currently on the stand now, gesturing at me. But yeah, you need to devote that time, and you need to have that time to be with them, because, yeah, I mean, if you do devote that time, the rewards are massive and they're such rewarding pets to have. But if you don't, then it's going to lead to behavioural problems, it's going to lead to conflict, and it's going to be an issue. So for example, you just come home from work or school and your parrot's like missed you all day. You can't just go out and be with friends, go to the gym. You have to devote some amount of time to that parrot, you know, spend at least an hour or two with them and then do it again when you get back. So it's just very important to spend that time with them. A lot of these points have to do with patience and tolerance, just like this one. So the next point is a person who is suitable to have parrots doesn't mind lots of noise and mess. So if you're content cleaning up after them, because they are messy, they will throw their food around, they will throw their bedding around and all sorts, they will scream, they will shout, they'll make lovely cute noises, they will sing inappropriately while you're on work calls and all sorts of things. If you don't mind that, then that's great, because that's what they're going to do. These guys know when we've washed our hair, because Chip goes right up onto my head and likes to go number 2 on it. They also know when I'm doing something important for work, because Chip decides to sing, or all the connies will decide to chat. So this is just how they are, and training improves it, but they're still going to be noisy and messy. It's just what parrots do. So my last point, and the last thing that makes you suitable to have a parrot, is you have lots of disposable income, or you're willing to prioritise your spending. Parrots are expensive. I'm not going to go labour the point too much, but you need a big cage, you need lots of toys, you need a bit of money set aside for vets and their food, all sorts of things. So you need disposable income. You need to be able to prioritise that spending and set that money aside. So this is where it's difficult. So obviously if you're a teenager and you really want a bird and your parents aren't that committed, you need to have a serious discussion with them and make sure that they're committed to the financial costs as well. So if you have that disposable income, or you're willing to prioritise that spending, that's awesome, you're sorted. So guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope you found this video useful, and maybe you thought a little bit about what makes a good bird owner. If you have any other things that make you suitable to have a parrot, or you think might be worth mentioning, please feel free to drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. But in the meantime, from me and Olive, take care and have a great day.